And the Rays are counting on just that, Dwayne, as they go for the sweep.
Well, here we go. Today's lineups brought to you by Orlando Health. And New York will have Trent Grisham to lead off, followed by another left-handed bat and Ben Rice. Aaron Judge hits third. Cody Bellinger in the cleanup spot in front of Jazz Chisholm Jr. Randall Grichuk, the veteran outfielder, in right. J.C. Escarra will do the catching. Ryan McMahon is at third, and Jose Caballero, the former Ray, at shortstop, hitting ninth.
Well, you take a look at the season numbers on Drew Rasmussen. 2 starts in, no record, but an outstanding ERA. He's given up 2 earned runs in 10 innings worth of work, a whip of .80. Limiting base runners. He's doing a good job of limiting base runners by right here, not allowing the walk. You see the 10 strikeouts and the 1 walk, and this is how he gets it done. That cutter has a lot of tilt to it. He will use it as like a hard slider at times. 4-seam, 2-seam, and the changeup. Occasional breaking ball with the sweeper and the curve.
And here's Trent Grisham stepping in, the center fielder. And the first pitch from Drew Rasmussen is in there for a strike. 95 right out of the chute here. Grisham at 146. On a couple times last night via the walk. Now 1-1. New York coming in 8-6. The Rays 7-7. Tied with Baltimore for second place at the moment in the American League East. And a soft pop fly, and that's going to be caught. Palacios angling out from second base. You can see Taylor Walsh shooting out there from shortstop. Palacios had that better angle and made the grab.
Well, let's see the rest of the Rays defense and how it's going to line up. Let's start in that outfield and go from left to right. And we've got Chandler Simpson, Cedric Mullins, and Jake Fraley joining Taylor Walls and Richie Palacios in the infield. It's going to be Junior Caminero at third. Jonathan Aranda over there at first base with Hunter Fiducia getting the call behind the plate.
Ben Rice after the first pitch and bounces it foul. Off to a good start with that .341 average.
He has reached base safely in 12 of the 13 games that he has played in.
And the Rays play him with what we discussed last night, almost as the normal infield setup now, with this left-handed bat of Rice, and you see Caminero way off that third base bag.
Yeah, they give that up so many times to the left-handed hitters. How many ground balls do they hit to traditional third? They will occasionally on a miss hit or a ball that's away.
Or they may not hit it at all.
That's right.
Strike 3 right there.
Now just take a look at a StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud and take a look at how the Rays have gone after Aaron Judge. They're the team in the American League that has had the most success against him, and they are all over the zone. See a lot of those pitches down and away from Judge over here, but to set that up, you've got to run some in. And so you see these pitches over here. So they've been all over, just giving him different looks, different, change of speeds, and not falling into any one pattern.
And Rasmussen has done a great job of that. Judge just 1 of 11 against Rasmussen with 7 strikeouts. Now 2-0. One of the reasons it's so much fun to watch Rasmussen pitch, there's the great athleticism in this game, but the mental side and then the execution, there's a strike, really makes it interesting.
When you watch him pitch and then you hear him talk about his outings, you get the idea pretty quickly that he's a perfectionist.
Yep.
He wants every pitch exactly where it's supposed to be, and he's not thrilled if it's not.
Oh, he broke his bat right there, a little popper. Palacios out from second will take care of that. A 1-2-3 first. And when we return, Chandler Simpson. Quick look at Chandler Simpson right there. The lineup brought to you by Orlando Health. That will be Simpson, then Caminero and Aranda. Yandy Diaz, Jake Fraley, and Cedric Mullins down the middle. Richie Palacios in 7th in front of Taylor Walls. Hunter Fiducia is the number 9 hitter behind the plate.
Well, how about these numbers for Cam Schlittler? 3 starts in. He's perfect with the record at 2-0. The team's 3-0. Excellent ERA. How about the whip and this right here? 22 strikeouts up against 0 walks.
First pitch up and away to Chandler Simpson.
This is interesting. We'll get into it later. But right now, you know, splitting with that 4-seam, 2-seam fastball about 62%, and then the cutter, and then the breaking balls. Curveball, slider, very occasionally. Fastball velocity sitting at 97.
That's a foul ball. So some form of the fastball almost all the time.
And you know what? And he did the same thing last year, but the mix is completely different. Like I said, we'll get into that as his outing moves forward. But you're right. He's set 62%. He's got a really good fastball and not afraid to use it.
Four-seamer right there. That gets up there in a hurry. That one at 99. You can see Simpson trying to be quick. Have to be against this guy.
You don't have a lot of time, obviously, because of the velocity. He does get good extension too. 6 feet 6 inches tall. Good reach.
And a base hit right back through the middle. The Rays have speed aboard. Chandler Simpson with the base hit. Well, Chandler extending his hitting streak. Came in at 7. And a base hit right here.
He gets the cutter. That cutter moving in, and look how quick he is to the baseball. Hands come inside. Watch his hands come in tight to the body, and he's able to catch that ball out in front, land it right through the middle of the field. He does that as well as anybody. Great hand-eye coordination, bat-to-ball skills.
Caminero. And he looks at a strike.
There has not been a stolen base attempted against Schlittler here in the early going, but Dwayne, for good reason. He hasn't given up many base runners.
That's right.
There's no opportunity to run against
8 hits in just under 17 innings and no walks at the middle. There's a base hit off the four-seamer. Chandler's going to go to third, first and third with nobody out. Rays come out swinging.
This is what we're going to talk about here between the two-seamer and the four-seamer. The two-seam usage has gone way up. He goes with the four-seamer here. He's trying to run that ball to the outer part of the plate. Doesn't get it there. And how about Junior staying inside the baseball? Hands coming tight to the body. A very similar swing that we saw from Chandler Simpson with the same result.
You know, that's pretty interesting when you look at the breakout righty-lefty and how much he uses that variety of the fastball, the four-seamer.
Most of the time, you use the two-seamer that has the arm side run. You use that away from the hitter.
Yep.
Meaning you would think that Cam Schlittler would use the two-seamer more against the left-handed hitter. Wrong.
Yep.
He uses it more against the righty. Not that he doesn't use it against the lefty, but he likes to run it in on right-handers. And he uses the four-seam primarily against the lefties.
Ronda trying to catch up there. Boy, that's tough to do. 0-2.
That's what he loves to do with these left-handed hitters, is take the four-seamer, put it up close to the eyes, away from them. And gets a lot of that result right there, the swing and miss.
A 2-strike count. And a foul tip strikeout there.
Same thing.
Yep.
Exactly what we just talked about. He likes that four-seamer. He likes it middle of the plate away, up closer to the hitter's eyes. They see it big. They think that they can get to it. No.
Well, tough to get up there with that. And now Yandy Diaz. Yandy and his numbers so far this year. Great start. He has 5 at-bats, 0 for 5 against Schlittler with 4 strikeouts. And a little ground ball to the right side. That will get a run home. Crossing the plate, Simpson. Up to second, Caminero, and Yandy made contact to get the run home.
That's all he was trying to do. Schlittler is trying to get a ground ball double play. He wants the ball on the ground too. He's going to try to run it in on Yandy, and Yandy just inside outs it the other way. No chance to turn anything there. That ball wasn't hit that sharply at all, but it does get the run home.
So now it's Caminero at second. Jake Fraley.
It's not often you hit a 13 hopper to second base with a broken bat, and you're happy about it.
Yes. Against this guy, but whatever you can pick up, you're grateful for.
It's exactly what we talked about last night with Max Fried. Opportunities few and far between. You better take advantage.
Well, tough to catch up to that up there at 98.02. Well, with this guy on the mound, you get a run, you go, well, there's your run. Let's hold him.
That's it. Drew, it's up to you, buddy.
And a cut and miss. Four-seamer. Rays are out in the first, but they pick up the field the entire month of April. Your first one's on us. Enjoy a $10 credit for your favorite drink or snack. Grab your seats at raysbaseball.com/first. Drew Rasmussen back to work. Comes in with the fastball 96 up and out of the zone. Cody Bellinger lifts it into center. Mullins will come in for this one. Camp under it and put it away. One up, one down in the second. The Yankees come into this game 8-6. The Rays are 7-7.
Yankees have lost 4 in a row.
As Chisholm pitches a ball.
Well, we'll one up you. How about that? 5 of 6.
Yep.
Runs per game, team average. Team ERA has come back down to earth a little bit.
That's going to be extra bases past the diving Aranda. Kicking back out to Fraley. Quick throw to second, but it's not going to be in time, and Chisholm has a double. That's Chisholm's first career hit off Rasmussen, giving him 1 for 7 with 4 strikeouts, and that hit this double.
Now just a fastball down the middle, mislocation, something you don't see very often from Drew. If he is in the middle of the plate, usually it's got more elevation to it. That one didn't, and Chisholm was able to capitalize.
So the Yankees have their first base runner and a man at second base. Randall Grichuk, the veteran outfielder. There's a strike. And a throw back to second. Close play. Palacios got over there.
I wonder what was Jazz looking at, because they caught him napping. He was not that far off the bag, and it turned out to be a lot closer than it should have been. Yeah, they caught him not looking. That's why.
Right.
I'm like, what in the world is he waiting for to get back? Well, he wasn't paying attention.
It's upstairs. And he went around. He tried to check, but that's a strike on the appeal.
Well, that looked like a good pitch anyway, right there at the top of the zone. There it is. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you could argue for that pitch anyway. You're right. Well, it's a ball, 2 strikes. Drew misses upstairs. And that is a called 3rd strike.
Well, last night, Jazz Chisholm played a prominent role at the end of the ball game right here. This chopper by Jonathan Aranda over the head of Cody Bellinger. If he fields this ball clean, he's got a chance to tag Yandy and throw Aranda out at first. He does not come up with it clean. Then he looks to take the out at first base, but that doesn't matter. The game was already over at that point as the run scored, and he was a little confused after the game on how exactly that play should have gone. You know, initially he said, well, if I field it clean, I tag the runner, throw to first, double play. That's right. But then he was talking about, well, if I throw to first, get the out there, and then they throw to second. But that's like, you know, that out at first nullifies that second out. If the run scores prior to him being tagged out, if he is tagged out, then the game would be over anyway. Like, get somebody in a rundown.
Sure. And
you stay in the rundown until the run scores. So a little confusion on how that play was supposed to work, but a moot point because he fumbled the ball.
It's a check swing. 2-1. Oh, was it?
That wasn't really close.
And there's a foul ball.
Tell you, Drew, you know, he uses his cutter a lot of times like a really hard slider. Tonight in the early going, he's using his cutter like a traditional cutter. He's keeping it on the same plane and he's moving it in on these left-handed hitters. Nice to be able to have a pitch like that where you can also change that shape and get more depth to it when you want to.
A little tap right side. Palacios with the toss to first. The double and a man left on. Rays lead 1-0.
Of his two-seam fastball, and you can see right here how it has gone from 6% to 30% this year. He's getting an extra 1.5 inches of depth on that pitch and 3 inches plus run from a season ago, and so that's why he likes to use that pitch running in, middle in on the right-handed hitters. Again, you think of him using it more against lefties. That's not the case. He prefers that pitch against the righties.
A little tight on the first pitch to Cedric Mullins to begin the bottom of the second inning.
I think the really interesting thing, though, is the last year and this year, the fastball usage, two-seam, four-seam, has been 62%. So he was 56% four-seamer last year, 6% two-seamer. This year, it's basically 32% four-seam, 30% two-seam. So he is the same percentage, but boy, he's using that two-seamer a lot more, and the opposition 2 for 24 against that pitch.
The four-seamer there, and he gets it by Mullins. 2-1.
He's kept left-handed hitters are 1 for 8 against the two-seamer. Right-handed hitters 1 for 16.
And hitters overall coming into this game hitting only 140 off him.
Yeah. And then has not hurt himself yet with a walk, although he is on the verge here.
Yep. 3-1 count. No walks through his first 3 starts. That will run the count full. Well, the Toyota trend as we look at that today. The whip leaders.
Right there,
That's
0.48.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, there's some names on there. How about the Sandy Alcantara and the comeback that he has had a rough season last year.
That's headed toward the gap in left center field. Couple hops to the wall. We'll see Mullins run. He's around second, going to head for 3, and he's going to make that throw offline, and a 3-base hit for Cedric Mullins. Mullins took that full count pitch and gapped it.
Well, that's the thing, too. Cedric Mullins getting to that fastball, and you take a look at all of the room that he has to work with. It gets really deep out there in left center field. And so this ball off the bat, a left-handed hitter, Cedric knows that he got it good. He knows that's a tough part of the field to defend, and so he is on his horses. Right over there to third base quite easily with that triple.
Richie Palacios. And a ground ball, infield up, and they're going to come. Well, they're going to go to first. They thought about the plate. Mullins scores, and Palacios picks up a run, batted in. Caballero second thoughts.
He had second thoughts because his footwork. Watch his footwork. He doesn't feel like he could step into this throw enough. See right there.
Yep.
And so he's like, you know what? I just can't do it. Not with the speed of Mullins. It gets to him quick enough, but look, he's like, no, I cannot step into that throw. And if I do, it's going to take too long. That's why he went over to first base instead.
So the Rays get that man in from third for the second straight inning. Ground ball's doing the trick. Yandy with a ground ball to second scored Simpson. Mullins scores on the ground ball by Palacios. Taylor Walls. And that ball's going to go up the middle. Well, Walls is aboard. He's now, how about this? He is 3 for 3 against Schlittler. Batting 1,000 through 3 at bats. And the league coming into this one hitting 140 off it.
That cutter was meant to be on the outside corner, as you saw right there. He cuts it right to the middle of the plate. And Taylor Walls just punches it through the middle of the field. I'll tell you, the Rays, some good approach, some good ABs here against Schlittler, and they have not allowed him off the hook. He's made a mistake. They've made him pay.
There goes Walls. Pitch is a ball, and the throw skips past Caballero, backed up by Chisholm. And the Rays aggressively first stolen base for Taylor Walls this year.
Well, and an easy pitch to handle for J.C. Escarra, and just not able to get it there. And I tell you, if it's a better throw, they may get him. That ball was there in time, but it was short and off the end of the glove.
Want to know the count to Fiducia. There's a strike. Well, the Rays have come out aggressive, and boy, you've got to do everything you can to try to score against this guy, and that's what they're doing so far.
Yeah, look at that. 4 out of 8. First 3 starts, 8 out of 57. And the other thing that you like is they're taking it to him. They're not even allowing him to settle in. They're being aggressive, swinging the bats early in the count. Taylor Walls running right away. I feel like you've got a team on the ropes. The Yankees have lost 4 in a row. Rays are looking to sweep. Take it to them.
Step back. Caballero sliding in behind. Walls out there.
And they're jawing at each other too, Caballero and Walls.
Just fouled back. Well, they were teammates a year ago.
Smoothie.
Oh,
Looks good.
a little extra energy.
A little mango. Mango smoothie.
That'll get you going.
It will get you going. Mango is a great fruit. Very underrated.
It's popped into left. Bellinger backs up. He came in a little bit and then had to readjust his focus. That's the second out.
Can almost taste it.
He's got a whole theme. He's got the matching eyeglass frames.
Never wonder who that is. Richie, though, that's his go-to right there. His gamers.
I like that.
I do too, and I love that mango smoothie. I'd like to get my hands on one of those. I want heavy protein in the breakfast meal. Heavy protein. I could use some carbs.
Chandler sets it. Hey, there's a base hit to left. Walls rounding third. He's going to head to the plate, and he is safe at the plate. He beat the throw. Head first, and the Rays pick up another run. Nice going. This aggressive play. You got to like what you're seeing.
That was a sharply hit ball. Cody Bellinger's got a pretty good arm, and he lets it loose, thinking that he's going to get him. And it's an accurate throw, but just too much speed from Taylor Walls. And he does a great job of making himself small, gets wide of the plate, and sneaks in the oven mitt.
So the Rays, with their second run of the inning, making it a 3-0 game. And here's Junior Caminero. Upstairs.
Oh, and how about Chandler Simpson again?
Yes.
Spraying the ball all over the field. He has such great bat control. Doesn't swing and miss very often. Doesn't strike out. He struck out one time in his last 42 plate appearances. And of course, Dwayne, it would be the first at bat out of the leadoff spot.
Yes.
The other day, of course.
Well,
But I mean, he's been absolutely fantastic, and he's a nightmare once he gets on base.
Divides attention. There he goes. Pitch is a swing and miss, and the throw is not in time. He picks up a stolen base.
When's the last time you saw a catcher with a sidearm drop? He had to rush that throw so badly because of the jump there by Simpson that ball came out sidearm, just trying to get it on its way. Watch this. I mean, you just don't have any chance.
One and one count on Junior Caminero. 7 steals now for Simpson. And that's a little close. He started to go and check.
That's what we were talking about, and he hasn't really had a chance to get to it yet, but that's the two-seamer in. Try to keep these right-handed hitters from getting their arms extended.
Junior Caminero with the first inning single. Now 2-2. Rays with a run in the first, 2 in the second. Simpson in scoring position with 2 outs. And he ties him up there. Caminero out on strikes. So the Rays with 2. Taylor Wald scoring the second run in the inning, and it's 3-0 Rays. Rays hold a 3-0 lead. Ryan McMahon leads off the third for New York against Drew Rasmussen. He throws him a first pitch strike. Rasmussen with an 11-pitch first inning, 14 in the second. Going ahead here on McMahon. And he bunts it right back into Paducci's mitt. 0-2. Caballero to follow, and then the top of the order, Trent Grisham. Yankees come in 8-6. Rays 7-7. Ball, 2 strikes. And he is out on strikes.
Drew will take the strikeout. He's not going to like the location of this pitch. This is the front door two-seamer that he has a lot of success with, that he's trying to get in. And watch how this ball runs actually up and away. Not where he wanted it at all, but certainly got the result he was looking for.
Jose Caballero. Conversation with Dan Bellino, the plate umpire, and the crew chief. Strike. You know, Bellino's got a great background to be an umpire. Went to college studying law. Spent some time at Oxford University. So you better, if you're trying to plead your case to him, He's got an idea how to handle it.
We have better be an ironclad case that you present. Definitive, Dwayne.
Yep, that's right. 1-1 now, and that's a strike. 1-2.
That is an interesting road, though.
Isn't it?
Lawyer, Oxford. You know what? I'm going to go ump.
Yeah.
I'm going to be an umpire.
Yeah. Started at Northern Illinois University.
The Huskies.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, a foul ball back of first. Holding the count right there, and wind up spending, I guess it's a term or a semester at Oxford, and then winding up as Major League umpire and the crew chief at that.
I was going to say, you would expect that.
Yeah. Back into center. And Mullins is there. 2 up, 2 down.
The wrong side of Illinois, though, Dwayne. Northern Illinois. You prefer the southern.
Yeah, the southern part of the state's great.
Not a Husky, more of a Saluki.
A Saluki, a Cougar.
Okay.
Yeah, we got those. Spent my misspent youth crossing the border, Missouri and Illinois. Just evading people.
Right.
With the ground ball, backhand pick, nicely done by Palacios. 1 pitch. Grisham is out of there. 3 up and 3 down. 3-0 Rays.
Just catching a little bit too much plate. And of course, this one right here, a fastball at 97, 98 in that location. You don't think base hit, but you also have, that was the hit of Junior Caminero, who's got the fastest bat in Major League Baseball. So he was able to pull the hands in and get to that. But other than that, just too many pitches out over the plate, and the Rays haven't missed.
Yeah, even having the fastest bat in town, that's still something to get to that pitch.
Absolutely, because that's a good 4-seam riding fastball, and right on the inside corner. But boy, look how watch him pull the hands in. Boom. That's how you do it. You pull the hands in, you drag the barrel, and then you shoot the ball right through the middle.
Boy, from a hitter's perspective, that is a pretty sight.
Yeah, those are tough hitters to deal with. You have to all of a sudden start, how do I work them away and try to get them to expand out that way if he's jumping on my 4-seamer in.
Bat speed leaders, top of the list.
And by the way, did the adjustment made by Schlittler, he struck him out to end the last half. What did he go with? He went right back in there, but with that 2-seam. And that's the one that got under the swing of Caminero.
1 gone, a run out on strikes. Let's check in with Ryan.
Well, Dwayne, B.A., we saw this retooled lineup for the Rays. Chandler Simpson leading off, Yandy Diaz in the cleanup hole in the first game of this series, how well it worked, and it seems to be working well yet again today. Yandy stepping in as the cleanup hitter here. Both he and Simpson have RBIs in this game, and I'll tell you, they approach hitters differently, or at least they approach their work at the plate differently. But I'll tell you, what Kevin Cash has said is they both put pressure on defenses in different ways. What really stands out, though, Yandy's body of work is well known. It's what Chandler does behind the scenes. Even when he's not in the lineup like yesterday, he's out there shagging BP full speed. He's working on his bunting, that desire to be better. You're seeing it translate right now early on. And with this lineup tweak, guys, it's worked out so far 2 for 2, it seems, for the Rays.
Yeah, and you know, from Simpson's point of view, he wants to be as good as he can be. Got a pitch clock violation here, and that's a ball then, too long from Schlittler, so it's 1-1. Pitch is fouled out of play, and I just wanted to point out, we saw Dan Bellino take charge the way you would expect him to take charge in that violation,
and there were no arguments.
None. Made his case. Everyone said, okay, let's go. 1-2 now. Two balls, 2 strikes. Warriors got their first run in the first inning when Yandy Diaz sent a ground ball to second, scoring Chandler Simpson from third. He's added 2 more in the second inning. Mullins opened with a triple. Palacios with a ground ball run batted in, and before the inning was over, Chandler Simpson drove in a run. So it's a 3-0 game, bottom of inning 3. And the count's going to go full. Well, no walks coming into this game in 3 prior starts. And a full count. And there it is, the first walk of the year. Yandy draws the base on balls.
And obviously that goes to a guy who knows the strike zone as well as anybody in the league. Excellent strike zone discipline for Yandy Diaz. The willingness to take a walk, to be able to take a close pitch.
Now Jake Fraley. A ball, no strikes. And 2-0. The walk comes 1 out into the 3rd, so he went 19 innings this year before he gave up a walk. Picked up 26 strikeouts. 2-1 here with Fraley. Go, yes, he did. The appeal down to Shane Livensparger, the third base umpire.
We're trying to sit back and hold back that swing, just not able to do it on the breaking ball.
Two. Just a little bit of that one. Foul ball. There's another pitch. A nice take. The count is full. So back-to-back full counts on these hitters. He went 3-2 to Mullins to lead off the second, and that's when Mullins tripled. Yandy went 3-2, walked. Now 3-2 behind Yandy Diaz, a 3-2 to Fraley. And strike 3 call. Second strikeout of the inning.
Boy, just kept this pitch true right to the bottom of the zone. It was presented well by Escara, and the call right there.
99 down there. Cedric Mullins. Fly ball opposite field. Bellinger's going to go back, still going at the track, and makes the catch. Ray's going to walk, leave a man through 3-0 series with the grand jackpot drawing today. So join from home while cheering on the Rays at Rays5050.com. Ben Rice for New York leads off. Drew Rasmussen out there. And the first pitch skips to the base of the stands. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, that's a strike. That's a good challenge.
Previous pitch is a ball. The catcher has challenged.
It's a strike. I'm going to make my case to Dan Bellino.
There you go.
Pitch is a strike. Tampa Bay has 2 challenges remaining.
Well, in the interest of justice, Dan Bellino says that is a strike after all. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
I mean, you and Fiducia obviously felt very strongly about it. It went right to the helmet.
Got rid of that baseball. No more strikes in that. 2-1. Fell back. The Rays wrapping up the series, wrapping up the homestand, 6-game, 7-day homestand. Dropped 2 of 3 to the Cubs and taking the first 2 from the Yankees. And the full count. First full count Rasmussen has had today. And that is strike 3 call.
What a great sequence there. He missed the 2-seamer before that. And
Previous pitch is a strike. The batter has challenged.
oh, well, that's not going to be a good challenge for him either. He's going down and wasted challenge on top of it.
Yeah.
Call is confirmed. New York has 1 challenge remaining.
And you wonder if Ben Rice just reacted, a frustrated reaction, because that was clearly a strike. And right there, he thinks he walked. And right there's the tap, right?
Yep.
That's what he called him on. Dan Bellino said you went to the helmet, young man.
There, Judge. Yeah, you got to be careful about going to the helmet these days.
Yeah,
I mean,
for real.
Really.
That wasn't real definitive. I mean, he did think that he walked, but I think that he was trying to sell it too. Because that ball, I think, right out of the hand, right to the glove, you're like, that is a strike.
Yep.
See, he's like, I went like this.
Yeah.
I didn't tap. He's a stickler. Dan Bellino.
Going by the letter of the law.
Yeah, well, yeah. He's like, but I didn't tap. I just touched.
Yeah.
And most guys tap twice.
I just tapped. I didn't touch. Or I just touched. I didn't tap.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's a lot of ways that you can
get into trouble.
Right.
Yep.
Either way.
2-2. Little tapper, and that's a foul ball.
Sometimes it's just personal preference.
That's right. Yeah, got to go by the letter of the law. So Rice is out on strikes. Not happily so. Judge is up with a 2-2 count. And we're going to go full up. We'll go by Judge there. And a foul ball. Well, these two right here, I mean, Aaron Judge and Drew Rasmussen. I mean, what a great matchup just individually this is.
Well, it's power on power. Drew, pretty much everything that he comes at you with is got some velocity behind it. See right there, the sweeper at 86, but everything else. Oh.
And he got him. How about that?
Yep. That's another one out of the hand. Yep. And Aaron Judge, no argument. Not real happy with it, but what a great pitch by Drew. Boom. Could you have? Maybe.
Yep.
But coming after the one that Ben Rice just burnt.
Boy, there's a strike. Inside 1-1. I tell you what adds to the enjoyment of watching Rasmussen is the fact that You know, we've got a couple small monitors here. You know, and you see the precision. High popper left side, and that's going to be Walls taking care of that. 3 up, 3 down. Rays have a 3-0 lead. Three-0 Rays. Run to the first, 2 in the second. Coming into bat in the 4th inning. Richie Palacios. First pitch is too high. Cam Schlittler, 25-year-old right-hander out of Massachusetts. He grew up a Boston Red Sox fan. That's a strike. 1-1. And went to Northeastern. Yankees drafted him in 2022. Down that left field line with some slice, and that ball is foul and out of play. Well, look what he did against the Red Sox postseason. Boy, I'll tell you, he let people know.
That's about as clean of an outing as you can have in a big spot. 8 shutout, 12 punchies. Was that a 4-arrow graphic? Did I
think it was.
Well, was it worthy of a 4-arrow graphic?
Well, it depends on who you're rooting for.
Well, I think that in trying to make, I think it probably 3 max.
Yeah.
You know, innings, runs, strikeouts to walk.
4 is pretty special.
4, yeah, that was a little over the top by me. Won't be the last time.
Well, you know, you got to sell it.
Yeah, but don't oversell it.
No, and you're right about that.
Yeah,
well,
people see through that.
Yeah, if you do, you harm your credibility.
You do.
Yeah.
People are like, okay, now it's a bill of goods.
Yeah, and if you have no credibility, you have nothing. Yeah, so there you go.
Gotta be careful.
Oh, that's going to be off the plate end. 2-2.
Very, very close. But again, remember the Yankees down to just 1 more challenge. Probably a smart idea they did right there. That ball at the very end comes off.
Ground ball left side into the glove of McMahon. The throw to first. Palacios, who drove in a run to the ground ball his first time, grounds out to third this time.
And getting it done a little bit differently. Runs per game, third. Average 257 is second. OPS, stolen bases.
You know, the Rays are averaging more runs per game than the Yankees.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're getting it done differently.
Yes.
You know, they've hit some home runs, okay, fine. But last night, I think, was just a blueprint for what they have to do in the tough games. You have got to maximize your opportunities. You've got to get runners over and then get them in, play a little small ball, lay down some bunts, beat out some infield hits.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they have done. And you know, they lead the league in infield hits. They're right there at the top in bunt hits.
Yeah, and in concert with that, they have to catch the ball. And that's one of the things early that has been an issue.
It has.
That's fouled back, but I mean, you come into this game right here. Rays are averaging 4.64 runs a game. The Yankees are averaging 4.3 runs a game. So if you put yourself in that position and on top of that catch the ball the way they think they should be able to, you could project some positive things out of that.
The offense, you know, you've got one slugger. You've got a number of different guys that are going to hit you some home runs. No question about that. But one slugger in Junior Caminero.
Yeah.
And so you're going to have to be creative in scoring runs. You're going to have to run the bases well. They are second in the league in going first to third on a single. They're second in the league in stolen bases. You're going to have to run the bases well. You're going to have to maximize and take advantage of your speed. You're going to have to do all the little things to try and score runs. Lay down the sacrifice bunt for a hit. All of those things. because you're just not going to be able to sit back and outslug people for the most part. You'll do it from, you know, time and again.
Venuccia pounds it back, and really, to me, the you know, you talked about timely hitting, and that gives you a great example of it right there.
Right there. Runner on third, less than 2, 10 of 14. That is paramount, and this is something that this team has started to focus on over the last year plus, is situational hitting. A 2-strike approach.
Yeah. So they can do all of that, and the other thing they have to do, and we've seen them do it here in recent days, you've got to catch and throw the ball well. And early on, that has been an issue. Unlike almost any and all Rays teams. So if they catch the ball and do the things we're talking about, you know, you could have a lot of fun.
You make yourself a very difficult team to play against.
Yeah.
Because you do all the little things well. You don't hurt yourself, and that's kind of what you're alluding to. You're a nuisance on the base paths. You have a 2-strike approach. You don't strike out a lot. You put the ball in play.
And Venuccia's out on strikes for the first time today. The Rays are down in order. It's Jerome, Cam, and downtown Tampa. Boy, that drone cam gets around, and the beautiful sights.
It was at the Don yesterday.
Yes.
And clear up in downtown Tampa now.
Yep. Ooh, first pitch, and Chisholm sends a high pop fly short right, and Fraley had a little trouble coming in. He stopped and realizes he's going to have to make a last-second adjustment, and Chisholm is out number 1.
High sky, day baseball.
Yep. Yep. That's the one thing too about the Trop now. It's brighter inside, and will continue to get that way. Some of the replacement panels still have a little fading to do, and the roof will be uniform at that point. But it is brighter. There's no question about that, which I think is a plus.
Well, during the day games too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when it is so noticeable, and you know, that roof is half as thick as it was with the original version.
1 ball, 1 strike on Grichuk. One and 2. Throw to first. He got him. A golden play right there by Palacios. Up the middle. Fires up his starting pitcher, Drew Rasmussen. Boy, what a play by Palacios.
That ball was absolutely scalded. And Richie Palacios, you had to make right there. I mean, just instinctive. And what a play. Diving back up the middle, not an easy. I mean, that's as good as it gets, and I think Drew feels the same.
Scarra, the catcher, takes it inside. When your pitcher does that, there has to be no greater feeling for an infielder.
Yeah.
When he gets that from his starting pitcher.
You know, and Richie was actually starting to retreat towards more traditional second base, and had to stop and then dive back as that ball was hit very hard. Watch Richie. I mean, that do or die. Do or die. That ball was just, yeah. He may not have even seen what
He
Drew
might
did.
not. We're going to have to show him that in the replay. Little ground ball. Aranda is going to make it unassisted. 3 up, 3 down. That's 11 in a row.
Well, this is going to be a big part of the Rays offense all season long. They led Major League Baseball last year with 194 stolen bases. They've been running all over the Yankees. Cam Schlittler, who had not given up a stolen base this year, partly because not a lot of base runners against him, he's given up 2 here today. So continue to look for that from this Rays offense. And remember, the Rays will be donating $250 for every stolen base to the Orlando Health Foundation, West Florida.
And Chandler Simpson, speaking of speed and stealing bases, Chandler leads off. Goes the bunt.
He was trying to pull that one.
Yep.
You know, a lot of times you'll see those left that you're trying to drop it up the third base line. He was trying to pull that one by the mound and force Jazz Chisholm to try to make a play, which he would not have been able to make.
Lifted into center. Grisham angling to his left, makes the catch.
That's 20 push-ups for Chandler. Any ball in the air. Willie Mays Hayes treatment.
There you go. Well, that gives Chandler 2 for 3 today. There's a run batted in and a run scored.
Ozzie, you don't remember? He's back
great
to
have
doing
Ozzie
those.
Timmons back.
He's back with the push-ups too.
Push-up man.
I don't think that we have any video confirming that, but he did tell me that he's back on that program.
Junior Caminero makes a big rip at that four-seamer. Strike one. Right back with it again. 0-2. That's been a big strikeout pitch for this young right-hander. 7 strikeouts, 5 have come on that four-seamer. Now it's 1-2. Foul ball right side, Rice after it to the dugout, and that's into the dugout. No play. Got to protect each other in that dugout. Foul ball, that's going to be out of play. Well, the Rays put men on base in the first 3 innings. Scored a run in the first, 2 in the second, left a man in the third. 1, 2, 3 in the fourth, and now here we are in the fifth. 1 out, base is empty, and Junior Caminero with a 2-2 count and Aranda on deck. Ground ball deep short. Caballero with a long throw high. Backed up by Escara. It's going to be a base hit for Caminero.
Well, as soon as Caballero had to leave his feet, it was going to make a very difficult play because he's already roaming into the deep part of shortstop, back in the hole. And even though he does it as well as you can, there just wasn't enough time to complete the play. A little high on the throw, but it stayed in place, so Junior's still at first.
One on, one out for Jonathan Aranda. Aranda 0 for 2 for the day. Carry foul, out of play. Four-seamer fouled. Aranda has been behind in the count against Schlittler all day, and he's down 0-2 here. Schlittler, just the one walk to go with 7 strikeouts. He's got to him early. And a step back. Ooh, a strike called, and
Challenge.
Aranda's going to challenge it. He thought that pitch.
Previous pitch is a strike, and the batter has challenged.
Well, Schlittler's was a little slide step right there. Tried to. Ooh, he's right.
Pitch is a ball. Tampa Bay has 2 challenges remaining.
Cam Schlittler tried to go with the slide step and catch Aranda flat-footed. And that pitch is out of the zone.
So it's 1-2. And a cut and miss. So he got the swing through the four-seamer that time.
Well, he's been doing that to Aranda all afternoon. That four-seamer, middle of the plate, up and away. And he does it again right here. Just cannot get up there. Cannot get up there.
Two outs for Yandy Diaz. Late action there. Swing and miss.
And that cutter for Schlittler will get some riding action to it. It'll stay up.
Out of the zone up that time. That's a liner off the glove of Chisholm and threw into center. Chisholm trying to make a little leaping grab, and the leap was sort of in between.
Yeah. I mean, that's a play that you're expecting him to make. You know, he's just kind of, that the whole rhythm, the whole timing was out of sync. And that ball right off the top of the glove.
So 2 men on with 2 men out. Jake Fraley upstairs. Well, the Rays 2 more hits in this inning. They have 7 in the game. Schlittler had given up a total of 8 hits in just under 17 innings coming into this game. And a throw back down to second. Caballero taking the peg, nothing doing. Shot toward right center field. Grichuk on the run, will get there in front of the track for out number 3. 2 left for the Rays. They lead 3-0.
Profile for the 2024 first-round draft pick for the Rays. Still a bit off, Dwayne and B.A., from being able to make his case here at the show. But I'll tell you what, that's got to be exciting for the Rays' top prospect in the organization.
Yeah, you're right. And as you point out, now graded out as their number 1 prospect. They'll keep an eye on his progress. Man leads off, a 1 strike to count. Drew Rasmussen continues to pour strikes in there.
I'll take a look at the pitch count. You know, he's into the 6th inning now, 63 pitches. First 2 starts, 5 innings in each one of them. 5 very good innings, but the more efficient that he can become, the deeper that he'll be able to get into games.
Now 1-2. I feel like we say this every time he pitches, but If you want to see a pitching clinic, he's the guy to come and watch. He is so much fun to watch what he can do and does do out there on the mound.
Well, you know, he's got really good command. You know, he big into, you know, precision. We talk about his mechanics. You take a look at him mechanically, he is as simple as it gets. He comes set, leg kick, drive towards home plate, very linear.
In the center field, Mullins backing up is there. One away.
And that's where it starts, Wayne. It starts with that delivery. You know, the pitching coaches always talk about repeatable delivery. And Rasmussen has one of the simplest deliveries that you will find. So he's able to easily repeat it, and that allows him to execute his pitches at a very, very high level.
Retired 12 straight now with that fly ball to center.
And just watch how simple this is. Boom, just the glove doesn't move. Get the grip. And then off you go. And exclusively out of the stretch. You just don't get any simpler than that.
Strike 1-1. I mean, it looks so simple and so difficult to do.
Great body control.
Yeah.
You know, understanding your body. Being able to make quick adjustments. He's not going to be perfect with every delivery, but he's able to get right back and make the adjustment very quickly. So that's why you don't see him, you know, missing 4 in a row and then 2. You know, that's going to happen during the course of a season, of course. But for the most part, he's able to make a mistake or, you know, after a couple of pitches and make the quick adjustment and get right back to commanding the baseball where he wants it. You have to be your own coach out there, and Rasmussen is good of a pitching coach with himself than anybody.
Well, it would seem to me the simpler you can make it, the better off you are, because you're not trying to corral a bunch of different elements.
No, not a lot of moving parts, and again, that's why he sticks exclusively out of the stretch.
Yep.
So I'm not even have to worry about the windup and then the stretch. I'm just going to work out of the stretch. It doesn't cost me anything with my stuff, and it's easier to maintain my mechanics.
And a cut and miss. He goes up there and gets the strikeout with that fastball up. So 2 up, 2 down in the 6th. He's gone through the order now. He faced 18 hitters. Gone through the order twice. And they are 1 of 18 off him. Rick Grisham.
Boy, and look where Junior was playing him. He came in aggressively to take away that potential bunt.
Previous pitch is a ball. The catcher has challenged.
How about that?
Fiducia challenging that call of that pitch a ball.
Pitch is a ball.
Just
Tampa Bay has
high.
1 challenge remaining.
Grisham has popped out to Palacios in short center. He went out from second base to make that catch, Palacios, and then he hit a ground ball to second. Palacios threw him out at first and the third. And a 1-1 count on Grisham right now. There's a strike. Well, the other thing about Rasmussen and how important this is, here he is in the 6th inning. His pitch count 75. And in that game last night, 10 innings. Rays utilized 7 pitchers in winning last night's game. he strikes out Grisham. So 3 up, 3 down again. 7 strikeouts for Rasmussen.
So far, he has 17 punchouts and only given up 2 earned runs. He is absolutely surgical with the command so far today. No walks on the afternoon, and just continuing to pound the strike zone, getting ahead of hitters and making these Yankees hitters just very confused at the plate. Dominant performance so far for Drew.
Dwayne B.A., this gives new meaning to the term dad strength, apparently.
No question at all about that. I'm telling you, he has been unbelievable, and the height of efficiency. And there are the numbers in his pitching line. 76 pitches. And Ryan Yarbrough, the former Ray, on the mound now for New York. 5 innings for Schlittler, 3 runs, 7 hits. And Ryan Yarbrough now. 1-0 the count to Cedric Mullin. 1-1. Well, right now the Rays have gone 7 of 22 against Schlittler. Yarbrough misses inside, and you can contrast that to the 3 starts Schlittler had made. The opposition had gone 8 for 57 against him. The Rays 7 for 22 today. He gives way to Yarbrough.
I think part of that was the Rays' approach against him. They were aggressive early, and also I think Schlittler didn't do himself any favors. He made more mistakes than he normally does, and the Rays were able to. You got to tip your helmet to them for capitalizing on mistakes made out over the plate, but it was twofold.
And Simpson, top of the order, 2 for 3 with a run scored, run batted in, stolen base. He continues to make his presence felt. That's going to be Grichuk coming in from right field, crisscrossing with Grisham, center fielder. Mullins is the first out.
Yeah, this really has a chance to be an offense that's not a lot of fun to face. Not because they're going to go out there and just bash the ball all over the place, but they're going to have a good 2-strike approach. They're going to make you work for every strikeout that you get. If you do get some guys on base, they're going to run on you. They're going to put pressure on the defense.
Palacios, who drove in a run with a ground ball his first time, takes it a little close.
A very workmanlike approach, not flashy, but just hard-nosed, gritty. Not a lot of fun to face.
Shows the bunt, takes it back, and it's a strike. One. It's wide. Taylor Walls on deck. Waiting on that one, pops it foul. That'll play. Have taken the first 2 games of this series, 5-3 and 5-4 in 10 innings last night. They lead 3-0 right now, and that's a strike over the outside edge. Palacios caught looking away.
How about the angle created here by Yarbrough? That ball released off the inside part of the plate, and he drives it all the way across to that outside edge. Yarborough's not going to outstuff you, but he'll try to outthink you, change speeds, create angles.
Taylor Walls against the lefty. There's a strike. Walls with a single and a run scored in the second inning. Also had a stolen base in that inning. And to right, that ball's going to drop. So here's a base hit from the right side, and he is 2 for 3. Rays now have 8 hits.
One ball that wanted it away, didn't get away. He pulled that right to the middle of the plate. And look at Taylor, let that ball get deep into the zone and just flip it out into right field. So really good job there by Taylor. The Rays offense just continues to apply pressure. Base runners.
Well, Fiducia is due to hit, but the Rays with the lefty out there are going to go to the right-handed bat. Nick Fortes has been announced as the pinch hitter. And Aaron Boone has had action down in the bullpen up the left field side. $10 tickets now available for every home game this year. You can cheer on the Rays without breaking the bank and enjoy the action all season long for a fraction of the usual cost. Tickets are limited and available while supplies last. So if you're thinking about coming to the ballpark and take advantage of this offer, don't wait too long. Grab your tickets today at raysbaseball.com/tickets. Well, Fortes will pinch hit for Fiducia. The pitch is a strike. Yankees have Jake Bird, the right-hander, up in the bullpen. Fortes looks at ball one. They got a double in the game last night. Went 1 for 3. Back in at first. Runner on the move, and the pitch, one hop out to short. Caballero backed up to make the play, and the throw. No runs with a hit and the man left. Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. Well, the 2 starting pitchers out of this game, and there are the pitching lines for each one.
Well, Cam Schlittler, his last 2 starts, he's going 5 innings in each against the Rays and the Athletics and giving up 3 earned runs. Drew Rasmussen, who's off to a good start this season, was even better today. Absolutely fantastic, on point. 6 shutout innings, 1 hit. And you knew coming in that the margin for error wasn't going to be very big. Rays offense got started early, and Drew Rasmussen so far made it hold up. Now you need the bullpen to come in.
Cole Sulzer takes over. He got the win in last night's game in 10 innings. And a check in time by Rice. 2-1. And a long shot deep is gone. So Ben Rice connects, putting New York on the board, and that makes it 3-1.
I'm going to argue the home run here.
Kevin Cash coming out.
I mean, Brenda. No. Let's take a look, D-Wayne. Oh, yeah, that's not a home run. That's short. It crossed in front of the yellow, went to the top of the padding.
The ruling on the field is a home run. This will be a crew chief review of a potential fan interference. The previous play is under review.
There's no fan interference. It's just not a home run. Rodney was on the phone, and they were taking a look. Watch how it crosses in front of. If you don't see the baseball disappear, then it's in front of those yellow poles out there. And so that ball goes into the top of the padding. That's not a home run.
Yeah, that ball is lodged.
Yes, it's lodged. That's a double.
After review, the ruling on the field is overturned. It is a ground rule double. The batter will go to second base.
That ball was lodged, and then a fan grabbed it. There you go. He picked it out. It was lodged on the padding, and so it's not a home run. As you heard the announcement, it is a double.
And even though it's a Yankee fan, it's unfortunately not fan interference.
Yeah. So Rice out of the dugout, back out at second base, and the Rays have a little conference. Mark Rippinger explaining to Ben Rice exactly what had happened out there. Hey, the Rays post-game concert series is back this year at Tropicana Field. It's an all-country lineup. Your opportunity for back-to-back entertainment, all in one ticket. Catch Chase Rice May 2nd, Cole Swindell on the 30th of May, and Jordan Davis August 15th. Level up your experience with an on-field wristband to get an even closer look and enjoy the country music. There's a pitch way wide. You can see Fortes stretching out to come up with the reception on that pitch. Aaron Judge has popped to second. He's been called out on strikes. One. Rays get Kevin Kelly up in the bullpen. Both Sulzer and Kelly worked in last night's game. We mentioned earlier the Rays went 6 deep in the bullpen, 7 pitchers last night. A good block by Fortes. 2-1. Yankees have 2 hits. Both have been doubles. Chisholm doubled in the second with 1 out. Leadoff double by Rice in the 7th here. And we go to 2-2. The count on Aaron Judge.
Good cutter there by Sulzer. Just a little bit of that side action, takes it right to the outside edge. You get Judge to pull off of it.
Ball 3. Fortes had it pop away, but in front of him. Cody Bellinger is on deck. And that's ball 4. And Sulzer comes on, puts 2 men aboard. Judge down to first, Rice at second. Cody Bellinger will be the hitter. Into the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Bellinger, 29 home runs a year ago. 5 of those off Ray's pitching. And a base hit into center field. Rice will score. Stopping at second is Judge. Now it's first and second. And it's a 3-1 game.
Well, the Yankees starting to heat things up. You got a change up. And I'll tell you right there, Cody Bellinger puts the swing on it. You could see he was not fooled at all by the change of speed. He was on that pitch. He hit it hard up through the middle of the field. And the Yankees, who had that basically one base runner all day,
put 3 on here in this inning.
a couple of minutes.
Jazz Chisholm, that's a ball. Chisholm had the other hit when he doubled in the second. Retired on a fly ball to right in the 5th. It's 1-1 now.
You know, and I'm sure there's a lot of people at home wondering, maybe not even at home, all over the place, why.
Little tapper off the mound. Sulzer throw to first, out there. And now both men are in scoring position.
You know why Drew, who is in such complete control of the game and the pitch count was in good order, would come out of the game after 6 innings. But you look at the way that he was used a year ago after the 3rd surgery to the elbow, the brace.
Yep.
He was mostly limited to 5 innings. He had a handful of starts that he went 6 when he was extremely efficient.
Made 31 starts, 150 innings.
That's it.
You're right there.
Right. So pinch hitter here, Giancarlo Stanton.
Grichuk is due, and we'll have the pinch hitter Stanton, and Kevin Cash comes out.
Pitching change.
He has Kelly in the bullpen, and so Kevin's going to try to piece by piece work this thing together. Well, here we go with Kevin Kelly entering the game. Stanton has been announced as the pinch hitter, and these two matched up last night in the middle of this game.
Well, and Kelly did an excellent job, was able to put him away right there with that little sweeping breaking ball. Took it from the middle of the plate, off the plate. Nick Martinez, that was when the bases juiced. He's some kind of fired up. And Ray's bullpen has been much better as of late, and they're going to have to get really good here now.
Second and third. First pitch is wide. 1-0. Rice opened with the double. He has scored a walk, single. Following 1 out in the inning. That's a strike on the edge. And a ground ball picked up. Palacios makes the throw to first. Judge scores, and it's 3-2. Stanton made contact, gets a run home. Bellinger moves over to third. And a scar is due. He's been recalled.
Austin Wells.
And it will be Austin Wells.
And you can do that with confidence in today's game, because when that guy comes out of the bullpen, unless it ends an inning, he has to face at least 3 hitters. So Kevin Kelly is going to have to face Austin Wells. You see a little game planning there.
So it started with the double and the walk, and both of those, Rice and Judge, have been converted into runs. Bellinger has advanced to third. He's there with 2 outs. And here's Wells. 2 wide. Wells homered in the game last night. That's a strike on the inner part of the plate. Simpson. That ball is caught. Simpson made an initial move in, but stopped and got back a half step or so to grab it to end the top of the inning, and the Rays continue to hold the lead. It's now a 3-2 ball game.
Well, let's take a look at a game summary. It has tightened up here late. 3-2 Rays leading right now. And the Rays offense, let's talk about them first. They were very opportunistic and aggressive against Cam Schlittler. They got 3 runs off him in the first 2 innings. He would then fight through 5, giving up the 3. But Drew Rasmussen on the other end dominant. 6 innings, a hit, 7 strikeouts, didn't walk anybody, obviously didn't give up any runs. He was absolutely fantastic. They scored 2 against the Rays bullpen there in the top of the 7th inning. But on we go here. It's been a tightly contested series. Rays looking for a sweep. Chandler Simpson, you see right there, a couple of singles, a run, and run driven in, stolen base out of the leadoff spot once again with the righty on the mound today. So buckle up. It's going to be a finish.
And why not?
When these 2 teams get together, there's no love lost.
Rays to the top of the order, all set. Ahmed Rosario takes over in right field. Austin Wells in behind the plate now. There's Chandler Simpson. Simpson, Caminero, and Aranda coming up for the Rays here in the bottom of the 7th against Ryan Yarbrough, the former Ray. Simpson takes the pitch for a ball. Chandler's been on twice, has a run batted in and a run scored. Has picked up a stolen base. And a strike, 1-1. How about Chandler topping the list there?
And Yandy Diaz right behind him in front of Brandon Nimmo.
Chandler's 6 of 15 against lefties. And pulls this one to right field with some carry. 1 hop and to the wall. And he's going to get 3 bases here. He's flying around the bases and in with a triple. His 3rd hit of the day.
Put it in the right spot. Chandler Simpson, absolutely speed to burn. Gets a roller right there, gets it down into the corner, and then watch him go.
He is so much fun to watch. That triple, I mean, that's outstanding. He has 2 of those now this year, 2 triples. And that's it for Yarbrough. Pitching change coming. Back in a moment.
Sky's the limit for this kid.
It's a grand slam. Junior Caminero has driven them all home.
That baby's gone. Home run off the bat of Caminero.
This is awesome to watch.
With Junior Caminero due up here for the Rays, Chandler Simpson has opened the inning with a triple off Ryan Yarbrough. Camilo Duvall, the new pitcher. So the Rays trying to rebuild their lead. At one point it was 3-0 at the end of 2. 3-2 going into the bottom of the 7th, and now they have a man at 3rd, nobody out. And the second arm into the New York bullpen with the infield up. Caminero against Duvall. And the foul ball off the screening and falling down into the Rays dugout. Junior singled in the 1st, singled in the 5th. And he's under this one, skies it back into left. Toward the line, Bellinger is going to make the catch, tag at 3rd. The throw will not be anywhere near the plate, and Caminero has driven in Simpson. A sacrifice fly, and the Rays make it a 2-run game. It's 4-2.
Well, nice answer here by the Rays. How about this, Dwayne? In this series, this is now the 5th time that the Yankees have scored and the Rays have answered in the bottom half of the same inning. So they just continue to have an answer for Yankee runs scored. And that one obviously tightens it up to 3-2, and then all of a sudden you start to create or try to create a little bit more distance up to 4-2.
Jonathan Aranda. You go for 3. Well, how about that? Runners on third and fewer than 2 outs. They've scored 11 of 15 times.
Situational hitting. It's been a focal point for this offense. And again, that's been kind of the theme today, is the offense is starting to take shape, for what their identity is going to be. And it's, they're just going to fight tooth and nail and find every way they can to get a guy in, get him over, get him in, the situational hitting, the runner on third less than 2. Remember how they struggled so much with that a season ago?
Popper left side. McMahon from third out there into short left makes the catch. Yeah, they're doing that, and the defense seems to be settling in a little bit, which is good news.
Yeah, listen, it was the first inning of this series where they had a rough go, but you're right. Since then, they have really tightened things down, and that must continue.
Well, Yandy Diaz up there. He drove in a run with a ground ball back in the first inning. Takes the fastball high. In fact, 3 of the 4 runs the Rays have gotten home have scored on outs of one kind or another. A couple of ground ball RBIs and a sacrifice fly. Now 1-1. Two and one. That will put Yandy in the good count. 3 balls and a strike. After the ground ball RBI, he walked in the 3rd, singled in the 5th. Batting here in the 7th. 2 outs, bases empty, and up in the count. Three and 2. Hot shot and right at Caballero. Catch it and have a seat. That's the 3rd out. Sharply hit. Rays pick up a run. Triple by Simpson. Caballero's fly ball got it home. 4-2 Rays. On to the 8th we go. The Rays leading now 4-2. Ryan McMahon leads off with Kevin Kelly on the hill for the Rays. And his first pitch is in there. Strike 1. Caballero next, and then Grisham. Oh, 2. Brent Hedrick down there in the bullpen for New York. No go there by McMahon. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Takes another one off the plate away. Man came over from Colorado. Was in 54 games with New York last year. foul, slicing out of play. Came over at 208 with 4 home runs in 54 games. And a big strikeout rate. Fouls this one, holding the count at 2-2. For 9-0 for the Rays, 2-3-0 for New York. Battle continues. 2-2. 7 pitches in. And the count is full. Kelly came on. He got the 2 pinch hitters, Stanton and Wells, in the 7th inning. And a ground ball, and it's going to get by Palacios. A diving attempt picked up by Fraley in the outfield, and McMahon is aboard.
Just perfectly placed. Palacios are pulled a little bit over into the hole at second base, so he's got a long way to go. You can see it not even in the shot, and by the time he makes that dive, that ball just gets by him.
Now Caballero 0 for 2, struck out his last time. And will take a strike.
Challenge.
And he's going to challenge it.
Yankees and
Previous pitch is a
Rays
strike, and the batter has challenged.
both down to their last one, and they keep it.
Pitches the ball. New York retains 1 challenge.
All over the plate, but well below the zone.
You know, the Yankees worked that over in spring training. They won 54 challenges by their batters this spring. That was the most of any team in spring training. Ground ball, third. Caminero, Palacios 1, first base 2. 5, 4, 3, and around the horn for the double play.
That could not have been set up any better. And then Jonathan Aranda, a little help there at the end. A chopper, real easy for Junior to handle. Good throw to Richie, and Richie just a little short, and Aranda digs it out.
So they eliminate that leadoff base runner. Here's Trent Grisham. Grisham, a ground ball, backing up shortstop Walls, gloves and throws. That was not a typical easy play by Walls. Plus live radio broadcast of every game. Game Day 3D, big inning and minor league action. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus to subscribe today. Jake Fraley leads off. Brent Hedrick, the left-hander, the new pitcher, 1-0. That's a liner, and in the right for a base hit. Fraley is aboard to lead off the bottom of the 8th. Well, the Rays scored a run in the 7th to give them a 2-run advantage, and now a leadoff base hit here in the 8th.
Well, let's see if they can work their magic again. Try to find a way to get this run home, get that lead up to 3 at least.
Rays now double figures. That base hit by Fraley, the 10th hit for the Rays. And here's a nice bunt put down by Mullins. And the throw to first, that's a close play, but he's out. Boy, a nice job there to get Fraley up to second.
Yeah, really nice job on the bunt, and actually a really nice play by McMahon to be able to get that out. I thought for a second there that Cedric may be able to beat this out. There's the bunt, and watch him come right in, call off Hedrick, and be able to concentrate and make that play. But
well, Palacios is due. They're going to lift him, and Williamson will come off the bench here with the left-hander out there.
And nobody warming up, and Hedrick has to face at least 3 hitters, so this becomes a real easy decision. And now let's see if Williamson can come through. You got the bunt, you move the objective was achieved, and now let's see if you can get him in.
Which is too tight.
You can really see the identity of this offense taking shape.
Yep.
This is how they're going to play all year.
And there's a base hit into right field. Charged by Rosario, and they're going to have to hold Fraley. Well,
Quick pause when that ball came off the bat, and then by the time he got it going, it was too late. That ball was too well struck and got out to right field so quickly. This ball, nice job by Williamson. Stay inside it, let the ball get deep, rip it. There's that slight little hesitation, but it really didn't matter. That ball got out there so quickly. Brady Williams with an easy hold there.
Braves up to 11 hits. $10 tickets available for every home game this year. You can cheer on the team without breaking the bank. Tickets are limited and available while supplies last. So if you're thinking about coming out to the old ballpark, don't wait too long. Grab yours today at RaysBaseball.com/tickets. Well, the Yankees with a conference on the mound. Jake Bird up again in the bullpen down the left field line. Taylor Walls will be the hitter. Mason Englert up in the Rays bullpen. Fraley third, Williamson at first. Pitch inside, 1-0. Two-hit day for Taylor Walls. 2 singles, a run scored, 2 for 3. Over to first, Williamson back in. Rays got 3 off Schlitter, 1 off Yarbrough. And there's the bunt, first base side down the line. Fraley's going to score, and everybody else is safe. And the Rays playing small ball, bump the run home, and that lead is again up to 3, 5-2.
Well, first and third, 1 out. How many times have we seen it? And if you're not bunting it hard back to the pitcher, it's impossible to defend. He keeps it away, bunts it up the first base line, and there is the play. There's no play. There's no play. There's nobody can be covering first base, and it's going to take too long for you to get that throw to home plate. So the Rays just doing the little things, and doing them very well.
There's Fortes, which is down. Well, the Rays had held that 3-0 lead from the 2nd inning all the way up to the 7th. The lead was cut to 1, then the Rays scored a run in the 7th. There's a ground ball shortstop. 6-4-3 on the scoop at first. Fortes grounds into the double play. But the Rays add a run, and it's 5-2 as we go to the Union Home Mortgage. We go to the 9th inning. Mason Englert is the new pitcher for the Rays. Their 4th of the day. Ben Rice leads off for New York. It's foul up toward the Rays dugout. Rice, then Aaron Judge, followed by Cody Bellinger.
Well, you're going to earn it. And nice to see that Rays offense come alive a little bit late and be able to do the little things to scratch across a couple more runs and give you this 3-run cushion.
It's a foul ball the other way, out of play.
Mason Englert, he's got a good changeup. We see an awful lot of that. 32% of the time, that fastball, that changeup allows that fastball at 93 on average to play up a little bit. He'll cut it. Got a curveball.
And he starts to go, but lays off the changeup. 1-2. He did hold. Ground ball, and it's going to be a base hit past Ben Williamson, diving out there at second. And Rice now is 2 for 4.
He's the hottest guy in this lineup. I mean, he just continues to swing the bat well. That two-seam fastball, you can see where Fortes is set up. They want that pitch in. It goes up and away, and you give credit to Rice to be able to pull that ball with enough authority to get it past Williamson.
And now it's Aaron Judge, 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. That's a strike. Boy, you quickly see how important that additional run in the 7th and one more in the 8th turn out to be.
No negative thoughts, Dwayne. Don't even let it cross your mind. But I get what you're saying.
Yep. And that big cut there on the changeup, big uppercut. Two strikes. Lays off the changeup. 1-2. Four-seamer up out of the zone. 2-2. Bellinger on deck. Two. And a foul ball, just a little bit of it. And the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes.
The changeup, that little kick change, you see that index finger kind of bent into that baseball. It's a different version. There's so many versions of the changeup out there. The idea is to get the index and middle finger out from behind the baseball to take velocity off.
And that's inside. Changeup, full count. A step back by Englert. Three-two. And a shot well foul. Deep into the seats.
That curveball backed up enough that Judge was just not able to keep it fair. That rolls more towards the middle of the plate. We may have a 1-run game.
Yep. And there's a shot deep into center. Well tagged. And that one is gone. On a 3-2, Judge hits it out, and we do have a 1-run game. 4th home run of the year for Judge. There was some RBIs, 8 and 9. So all of those single runs in the 7th and 8th come in very handy, and it's a 1-run game. Top of the 9th now, 5-4 Rays. Hold a conference on the hill. There's the home run stroke.
That one out over the plate, middle away, and it allowed Aaron Judge to get those arms extended. And just too much juice.
Fraley and Mullins both there. The ball gone. Break up the conference. With a deep breath out there. Gomez up in the bullpen for the Rays. Bellinger at the plate. That's a strike. Well, nothing to do now except regroup and get after it again. One and one. Two. Well, they got ahead of Rice, and Rice got that big base hit, and that set up the match with Judge, who hit the 2-run homer. Now Engler ahead of Bellinger, and he strikes him out with a good changeup. So that's one out of the ninth.
Needed that. Needed to calm the waters down just a little bit, and Engler with a really good changeup. We talked about he's got a good one right there. That little kick change keeps it right over the heart of the plate and just drops it below the zone.
Now Jazz Chisholm Jr. 1 for 3. He's hit a double. Came back in the second inning. And a ground ball right side. Williamson closes that hole and makes the play. Ben Williamson scrambled over there to get to that ball and then unloaded it to Aranda at first for out number 2.
We've seen Ben Williamson not only make all the routine plays, but he's made some spectacular plays, whether it be at second or at short. Another one here to the glove side into the turf. Now you got to finish it off, and he's able to do just that. Get it there to Aranda just ahead of the diving Chisholm.
Well, here's Rosario. Stanton pinch hit for Grichuk in the 7th. Rosario went in to play right field. This is the first plate appearance of the game for Ahmad Rosario. And the pitch is a strike. Oh, one pitch. Fly ball center field. Mullins will go back to the trap, and it's going to be over his head. That's going to give Rosario 2 bases. He's in at second. Boy, for a moment, it appeared to be catchable out there for Mullins, and it got over his head.
It was catchable, and I think Cedric got turned, and then he couldn't get turned back. That ball off the bat, he turns, and now he just cannot get back there, and the ball gets over his head.
Well, that's a tough break out there. And it's Austin Wells. Upstairs.
Yeah, he opened those hips to the right and started tracking that baseball as it's moving back behind him and never was able to swing back around.
Yep.
And so the ball ends up behind him over his head, an impossible catch to make.
And now they're going to send him down to first base.
Watch the hips. Boom, turns that way, and that ball starts to fade back, and he cannot get back around. And then you can't make the play.
So first and second. Ryan McMahon will be the hitter. McMahon singled in the 8th. He is 1 for 3. He came into This game 3 for 31, 1 for 3 today. 2 on, 2 outs. And a ground ball down to first. Aranda steps on the bag, and the Rays sweep the New York Yankees. McMahon with the ground ball out. And the Rays take this final game. It's a 5-4 final. And they had to fight to get it. But they have swept New York. The Rays are now 8-7 on the year. And this New York Yankee club 8-7 as well.